We have several different rooms in this villa. We've created this villa and decorated it into much more of a Iron Age Roman type villa, because this reflects the ideas of the Iron Age as well as the Roman, and we think that's probably what they would have decorated the villa. If we look at Rome, this villa would not fit, but we're not in Rome, we're in Britain. So we have to blend the two cultural ideas together, so any of the paintings or decorations that you see is a cross between the two. So we're starting to see an Iron Age becoming Romanised and taking on the responsibilities of the Rome as part of the Roman Empire, but we also still see the Iron Age element to it. And this will continue right the way through until the end of the Roman period. The room next door to me has a fire. There is no hypercourse on it underneath the floor. It's just a fire with a chimney, and it would have been the family room. The walls of the villa is around about 2 feet in depth, and it takes a lot of heat to heat that stone. To have the hypercourse running 24/7, it will take an awful lot of resources, timber resources, to keep that fire going, and that is expensive. You'd also have to make sure that you have servants to ensure that the fire is fed at regular intervals and constantly pushing your logs through. So the likelihood is that the hypercourse would only be used on prominent days where they are trading with their neighbours, or they're having some sort of political gathering. It'd be something of a high value status type event where they would actually have the hypercourse running. The baths, they would have the hypercourse running regardless, because they still need to cleanse yourself. But in the actual villa itself, it's too expensive to run, especially when quite a lot of rooms will be empty. The other thing about the hypercourse is that the villas in Britain had hypercourse in the villas. If you were in Rome or in Italy or the south of France, you would not have hypercourse. The hypercourse is only in the northern parts of the provinces. The hypercourse was there because the villa is actually built for a warm climate of Italy, where they're trying to keep the heat out of the villa and keeping everything cool. In the UK, the weather is very, very different. It's colder, wetter, and the villa, although very pretty to look at and to be in, and seems to be much nicer than the roundhouses, actually gets very cold in winter, even with the fires going. There has been an experiment in the spring where we had the hypercourse running, and yes, we can get the temperature up, but it took us a week to get the temperature up to actually heat the villa to an even temperature, which was constant from then on. In the winter, we have not tried that, so I can't actually make a recommendation, but my assumption would be it would take an awful lot to actually heat that up. The villas are great in Britain in terms of light. We have glass in there due to the military sort of be able to produce it for the British Roman people. However, the roundhouses, although may look primitive and may appear to be backwards in technology, actually suits the environment it is actually built in. It allows the weather to go round the roundhouses. It allows the heat to be circulated evenly, so there's no cold spots, and there are plenty of cold spots in the villa. So looking at the two from one to the other, because as this is an early Roman villa, the Iron Age people had a lot more sophistication in their technology, because they used the environment and the climate they were used to, rather than trying to impose the Roman ideas on an area or an environment that is not suited. So you have those two elements to actually go against.